Hello friends, in continuation with the last video, now we will see how to code this calculator. So to begin with, let us declare few variables which will be required for us to do the calculation. So I'll just double click the form. So the default form has been loaded. So what I will do is I will declare three variables. Them. One is a command variable. Next one is num1. The next one is num2 as string. I'll just brief it out what these three variables are. The first variable is the command. Say if you are giving divide, multiply or subtract, this will be stored in that command variable. Okay. Whatever I assign here will be always num1, and whatever I assign here will be num2. I'll say what is the logic behind this. So whenever you do a calculator, means you do a operation like something like 70 into 10. So 70 is treated as the first number and 10 is treated as second number. So when you do 7 0, then when you press into or plus or minus or whatever it is, the 70 will be treated as first number and it will be moved to the previous text box. And after the operator, whatever you do, means whatever you give the second set of number will be treated as second number. So that will be staying in this text box. So after, when you press both the numbers with the operator, when you click equal to, then the final operation is done and the result will be shown here. So I'll do step by step, you will understand it clearly. Okay, so now moving on to the code. So first thing, I will define these three variables as null so that nothing comes in, no junk values come in. So all three variables I'm defining as null. Okay, so we will be using only these three variables for the entire set of calculation. Next part is I'll need to append whatever I get as a input while pressing these buttons. Say for example, I press 7, then I need to get the text box as 7. Then if followed by, if I press 5, then the number should be 75 and not only 5. So I need to append whatever the numbers I key in here, and I need to start appending it until I press any of these operators. So for that, I'll write a append function. Okay, I'll put a small private subcode. Okay, this is if as equal as a function. Okay, append number. Okay, so I'll just give a by val v underscore cmd, whatever command, whatever I give as string. So this is a function append underscore num, and it has a input value. When calling this function, we need to pass with the input, so that will be received as a string. So what I'm doing is, we have a text current, right? The one, this one. So this is text current, this is txt previous. So text equals to txt current text plus v underscore cmd. So I'm appending it. whatever I have previously, I'm just appending it again. So this also we can load it as, this is not necessary, but if you want you can put it. So I'm just making everything as plain. It's not necessary because we have not coded anything in the text box. Previous also I'm making it as none. Okay, so we have made a append function. So whatever we run, we'll just run and show you. It's building. So whatever is there, so I press 7. Okay, I need to give the commands from this, right? So we will just run the appended code. Okay, so the next step is to call this append. Okay, I will just copy this, and from this button I need to give input. Okay, so what I will do, I'll just paste this code append num, means the function I will call, and I will pass the parameter 7 because this is button 7. Okay, now 8. This is bit of time consuming process because for each button you need to write the code, otherwise it won't recognize your input command. So I'll show you. Altogether this simple calculator will take you hardly 1 hour to make this. Okay, it may not take much of time. This is the only tedious process in this, because you need to mention every button, otherwise it will not key in, right? We always give spacing so that I don't get annoyed with the codes, because I do a coding on a intending basis so that the code is clear while reviewing it or doing some changes. If it is not intended in an intended way, you will have means I feel it very disgusting to code it, because it becomes too much of hectic process to identify where the code, where it ends, where it starts. But the good thing is Visual Studio automatically does the indenting for you, so you don't have to do any indenting separately. See, for example, am not giving this like this, it will automatically indent. Okay, even though I have coded on the left side, so automatically it understands what you're doing, so you don't have to do much of things. So right now we have coded these 9 digits plus this and this, so totally 11 buttons we have coded. Okay, so these buttons we need to code it. So let's see how it works. Okay, just to showcase, there is a small error. Okay, by mistake it has come. So see, we can change this indentation to right so that it becomes more this thing. Okay, So it shouldn't come twice, right? We will take care of that. Okay. So automatically whatever you are keying in, it can come on this text box. So it is basically appending the text, whatever you're putting it. Next part is like just call this append only if I don't have a dot in the uh, string. Okay, so for that I will define a variable. I'm defining it as a string, and then I'm assigning the text whatever is there in the current text box. Okay, I'll tell you why I'm doing this. Okay, so I'm just placing a if condition. Here I'm putting current underscore str dot index of dot. Okay, if it is less than 0, then I call this endif. See, there is a method called index of. So this will return the character occurrence inside this string. So if it is less than 0, that means this dot is not found inside the string. So it is a first attempt. Then you can call the append of dot. If it is not, it will simply ignore it. So if it is already there in the text, it will be greater than 0. The index of will return a number greater than 0, and automatically this if statement will be skipped. So it will not print second dot. Okay. Next part is to just append whatever is there into the number fields. Means whatever we are typing in, say I'm pressing 7, 8, whatever the number is, I'll be assigning it to num1 or num2. So I'll put a condition. Say I'll tell you why this logic is done. Okay, I'll first type it. So what I'm doing is if txt underscore previous dot text equals to null, then if it is null, then I'm assigning it to num1 equals to txt current dot text. Okay, else I'm assigning it as f num2. So txt current dot text. The logic behind this is whenever the previous text, that is if this text is null, it will automatically assign whatever is there inside this to num1, and if this text is having some values, then whatever is typed here will be assigned to num2. So we are able to differentiate between number 1 and number 2. This is the main logic behind this. So I'll tell you in detail further going inside how this logic works. Now let us start coding the operators. Okay, so let us start from divide. So I'm putting a condition. So based on this condition only, it will perform a the task. Okay, so if num1 is equals to is not equals to space, then only it will perform. Why this is because I shouldn't do an operation without number 1, right? The first number. So I'll put that condition on the beginning itself. So the operator should not be pressed without pressing any number. That is the reason behind this condition. So the command, I'll key it in, I'll just code it as div. Since it's a division, just to identify internally, I'm putting this command variable. So this command variable will hold what type of operation we are going to perform. Then followed by num1. Num1 will be assigned with the current text. Okay, and then text previous will be assigned with text current, plus I'm appending it as the divide operator. Okay, so the divide operator is, I'll take that from this. Okay, because again and again I cannot take it from the two symbol, otherwise I have to go to the word and then I have to code it. Okay, so I'm placing it here. I'm just giving a space, then followed by the operator. Okay, so what it will do, it will move the current text to the previous text, so it will go to the upper text box, and then I'm just removing the content of current text. Okay, then I'm just also doing f num2 equals to this. Since I have finalized what is number 1, then number 2 has to be given, right? So I'm just removing the content of num2 if something is present already. Then I'm just giving a message box saying that please input first number. Why this is because if this is the first, I'll show you why I'm giving this message box. It will be more user friendly, that's the reason. So this is a syntax. So first I will clarify this message box syntax. So message box will have to minimum of one input parameter, that is a message, then followed by, you can give what type of message box it is, then a title. So I'm giving it as calculator. So this holds the message, this is the type of message box, and this holds the title. So there are many more styles depending on type of message you are displaying, you can give it. So once you type MSG, it will start listing out all the message types. Okay, so this is done for divide. Okay, so similarly we need to do for other operations as well. So I'm just copying this code. Okay, then let's go for multiply. I'll paste that code as it is because there are not much changes. MUL, so I'll just put the command as MUL for multiply. Okay, and here I'll put a multiply x. Okay, because this is just a display, it's not going to perform the operation here. We are just first storing the numbers, then finally when you click equal to, it will do the calculation. So next one is minus. So here we are giving the same thing. Here we are giving sub subtract. Here we are changing the operator as minus, then again plus, the same code. Again I'm pasting the same code. Here it will be add, here it will be plus. So now I'm able to let's see the project. Okay, so now we have coded 4 buttons: division, multiplication, subtraction, and addition. So all the 4 buttons have been coded with the number 1 storage, and then the current text has been copied to the previous text, and current text is emptied with number 2 also. So now we are waiting for the number 2 input. Okay, So after this, we need to code the equal to. I'll come back to these three buttons later on. So first, let us finish these arithmetic, this number coding, and this equal to. So this number coding we have done already. Arithmetic operator also we have done just now. Now we will finish this equal to part so that at least the operations are fine. Then we will code these three buttons. Okay. Now coding for equal to. Now uh, let us put a small message box. Okay, which shows what is the current first number. So I'm just putting first num, then what is the second num, and what is the operator. These are the three variables which we are using, right? The reason why I have put this message box here is it's for just for debugging purpose. Okay, so since we are doing various operations with various buttons, just wanted to cross check whether it's working fine or not. So it's one method of seeing what are the values being passed into these variables. So now uh, I'll start with the code which actually does the operation. So first step is to put a primary condition that both the numbers are not empty. Okay, otherwise there is no point of doing the operation, right? It should not do any issue. Okay, because without any number we can't do any operations. So both the numbers are required. So for this I'm just checking whether both the numbers are present. So this is one condition. Then I'm going for the main task. If f equals to fcmd equals to add, then what? Now I'm putting a condition. Okay, this endif has to close here. Okay, so by default it takes the endif which is already there, so you need to be careful while coding it. Okay, so now inside this cmd equals to add, if this is add, then txt previous dot text, I'll assign it as txt previous dot text plus the symbol which I'm going to do. Okay, the symbol is already appended, so now I will be appending the number which I have. So what it will do, because here I have already appended the previous with the current number, means the number 1, and then followed by the operator. So now when I have given equal to, I should show the result right in the current text box. So what are the values which are being performed in the operation, I need to showcase. So for that purpose I'm adding the previous value already is there, plus I'm adding the current f num2 which has been assigned already by this. So automatically whenever text gets changed, if the number previous is null, it will automatically assign to num1. If previous is not null, it will automatically assign to num2. Okay, so this mechanism will help me here to append the num2. Okay, because we are not storing num2 anywhere else, right? So this will automatically store the num2. I'll showcase this in the running of the program. I'll show how it works. Okay, now the next step is to add the current text. Okay, so this is for the actual value. Okay, so now I'm converting the f num1 because it's stored as string, right? So we need to convert it into value before doing the addition. Num2. Okay, so now here the current text will be displayed with the addition of num1 and num2. Okay, so now I need to showcase this. Okay, so this is one part, but if in future I may add this summation value or this output value as number one, right? So for that purpose I need to add one more num1 equals to txt current text dot text, but I'm not showcasing it at the moment. Okay, so I'm not moving it to previous at the moment. I'm just storing it in the f num1. Since the final value has been showcased in current, I don't have to store it anywhere else. Okay, but for the purpose of adding or subtracting again to the next number, I need to put it into f num1. I'll showcase why this has been done. Okay, now I'll put else if condition, and I need to add the same old command and then do other operations. Okay, I'm just copying this and I'm pasting it here. So here if we subtract, then it will be minus. Okay, now I'll copy the same entire condition and then I'll do one more else if, because we have four operators, right? So another div is for, I'm doing in a random way, so don't mistake me. You can follow the same order of buttons which you have done. So here we will do multiply, that was the missing one. So now here it is start. So now you may understand why I have given add, subtract, div, mul instead of these symbols. Okay, you can use symbols as well, it's up to you how you use it. Okay, but to just be more clear on what operation I'm performing, I'm just giving it as add, subtract, division and multiplication, mul. I've just followed the short codes for this. It's my own short codes, and here I will do the actual operation. Okay, so now there is one more message which we need to put it here, which is nothing but this end if. Okay, this end if is done. Okay, here I need to put a else. I'm not giving a else condition here, if you see, because all these are predefined operations, so there won't be any other condition, because f command is only keyed in by the system, it's not keyed in by the user. So I don't have to give a else in this case. I know what are the values being keyed in, so I properly handled those uh, in the if statement and else if statement. Okay, but for this I have to key in, because with the user may make a mistake, right? In that case I need to put some or the other message box to say that something is missing. So what is missing here? It is nothing but the second number. Why? Because if the num1 is not there, it will automatically throw error here, but if num2 is not there, then it will throw error here. Please enter second number to show result. I'm placing it as a exclamation. Okay, last time I placed it as critical just to showcase you how it works. Okay, it's not necessary you need to follow exclamation message box style, just given for understanding purpose. Okay, This is also possible. So I'm giving the same calculator heading, okay, so that the message box appears always uniform. So this is one thing. Okay, so with this part of equal to code is done. So let's see how it functions. Okay, just you need to review again and again. It's at various stages, otherwise you might miss out things. I'm just building it. So now the form has loaded. To make it in center, we can place it the window style as center. Okay, so I'll just showcase. So now oh, still this is not coded in the right. Okay, fine, I'll just see. So now I've given 785. I'm pressing multiplication, so it has gone up. Okay, and I'm pressing 1 2. Okay, so it's nothing but 785 multiplied by 12. So I should get a result of, so see, this is the message box which we have given here. So it says first equals first number and second number and then what operation it is. Okay, so it is 9420. Is it right? Let's check it. And weak in mathematics. Okay, so it's nothing but 785 into 12. 9420. It's right. Okay, so it has performed the operation correct. Okay, now this I want to add with some number. Okay, so I'm just adding 100. So now once I immediately press plus, this number has been assigned to the next one. So automatically the operations of this part has started. Okay, so immediately after clicking the second, number 2 becomes null and this text is moved to previous one. So now I'm adding 100. So this 100 will be placed into num1. Okay, sorry, this 9420 will be placed into num1 when I clicked the equal to. So num1 is ready, num2 is here, then again, so 9420 plus 100 equals to add. Okay, so it's 9520. So are you getting it, guys? So almost the calculator is ready now. So we need to code these three buttons, right? So that we will code it now. So first let us code with C. Okay, C is nothing but clearing of current value. So what I need to do, I just need to clear the current text. So I'm just placing as null. Okay, and next one is C. C is nothing but clearing everything. So I need to clear current text, then previous text, then all the values assigned to numbers. Okay, so num1 means all the variables, num2, then comment is that it's as equal as a fresh start of the application. So this is done. Now backspace, coming to backspace, I need to do some operation here, otherwise I can't follow the backspace. Okay, so for that I will declare an integer here. Okay, I need to find the length of the text box, how much characters have been keyed in. So for that I have declared flen. Okay, now I'll just put len of txt current. So now if the length is greater than 0, then txt current dot text equals to mid, I'm taking mid of txt current dot text comma 1 comma another bracket if len minus 1. What this signifies is uh, if the length is say 10 digits or 5 digits, whatever it is, so it will take 1 to, say if suppose 5 is the length, so it will take 1 to 4 because I'm minusing 1. So this is the text which I have to crop, and this is start digit and this is the end digit. So if it is 5, then it will automatically take 1 to 4. So automatically it removes the last character, which is the last number which is there. Else, if I do blindly on this, means if there are no numbers but still I'm pressing that, then I don't have to do any operation. This else part is not required, but still just to make it fulfilling, I'm just giving this value. So with this, all the buttons have been coded now. So this will automatically reduce the, it will do a backspace. Okay. There was one more thing which I have forgotten. So these two text boxes, I need to do a right alignment so that when you run it, it will be good. Also, I forgot the Windows alignment, so that also I'll do. So this is a startup question. So this you can make it as center screen. So automatically, whenever you load, it will load it in the center screen. Okay. Now let's see how it looks. So 784 divided by 54 equals to, so this we can remove it. I'll just comment it once after this. So I think this is fairly correct. I'm not sure. As I told already, we can mathematics 151. Sorry. So 7854 divided by 52. So it's correct. Okay. So the same thing is coming here. Now multiplied by 12, it should be, that also we can check. So I'll just do a rough calculation, I'm not doing the exact. Okay, 1812, correct. Then I'll minus something like 451, so it should be 1361. So minus 451 1361, so plus 52 plus 1413 plus 52 1413. So all our operations are working fine. So now let us see whether backspace is working. It's working absolutely correct. So plus 20. Okay, so it has reduced and then it has added it, correct? So it's perfectly working fine. Now let us see if C works. Yes. Now if you code something, it will take it as a new number. Okay, so this is num1 again. Okay, then if you see C, it's the last number. If you say C, now it is fully cleared. So this is 85. This is as equal as fresh one. So our calculator is ready now. Now this is a good one. Now you can just build it and you can save it into your desktop. I think the calculator is working fine now. I'll just change this thing. There is one more thing which you can do is like you can code it on the text box level. Like if you want to do it on a keyboard basis, like say right now I'm clicking on each and every button. Instead of this, if you want to do it on a keyboard, let's say like how we are doing for the normal Windows calculator. So for here If I do 50, I'm not clicking on the buttons, right? Actually, I'm clicking on the keyboard, means I'm pressing the keyboard buttons. So 52 into 10. So I'm giving, and then I'm pressing the numbers, and then multiply, giving the multiply sign, and then giving an enter. So for this to happen in this calculator, you need to capture the keys. So keys capturing is something different, which I'll explain it in a different video, because it's a little bit different concept and it requires more time as well. Okay, so this is, I'll showcase the same calculator application with a key in a different uh, video. So the last thing which I need to do in this form is, I forgot to comment that message box. Okay, so this, just put a quote, it will comment it, it won't occur again. Okay, and then small color change on this, it's on window color, just change it to white background, so automatically it will merge with the background of the form. And similarly, this will look button color, so this also we can change it as white. So automatically this will change to white. So sometimes it doesn't take, okay, so you need to just click again and again, so otherwise it gives a little bit of different feel. Okay, yeah, so now it's done. So now it will look exactly the same. I'll just change the color of this to somewhere around orange. Okay, you can choose any color as you wish to make it a little more attractive. I've changed the colors. Okay, nothing else. So thank you, thanks for watching. Let's see in another video. Thank you. If you like the video, just click like and subscribe the channel for more videos. Thank you.